Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a full face of Rare Beauty. This is a new beauty brand from Selena Gomez, and I got a lot of things. I kind of went a little ham on the Sephora website and I bought a ton. Before I get into the demo, I'm going to show you everything I got and the swatches because I cannot put all of this on my face today. But I want you guys to be able to see the comparisons of the things that I did get, and I want to give you guys the information and pricing. The first thing that I grabbed is the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation, and I have the shade 210N. This is described as a weightless foundation with concentrated pigments that feel barely there while providing a buildable medium to full coverage with a natural finish. I gotta tell you before I even get into this video, that is not the coverage that I got. But it could be because I used a sponge. You might be able to get that if you do build it up or if you use a brush, but that's not the coverage that I got out of it. It has a natural finish, it's a liquid formula, and it is for normal, dry, combination, and oily, at least according to Sephora. It retails for $29 and you're getting the standard 1 fluid ounce of product. Then we have the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. This retails for $19 and the description reads, it's a lightweight hydrating concealer with cake-free medium to full coverage that lasts while brightening the skin with a radiant finish. Again, I did not get medium to full. It's a lightweight concealer in my opinion. I am just now reading all of these claims and I've already done my outro and I'm just thinking like, what? No. The Blot and Glow Touch-Up Kit. This retails for $26 and inside you are getting a powder infused puff as well as 100, what are these called? Blot and Glow blotting sheets. It says it's a refillable 2-in-1 compact of touch-up essentials, blotting papers, and a radiant powder-filled puff for refreshing up on the go. I grabbed 2 of the Soft Pinch liquid blushes. One is matte and one is dewy. They retail for $20 a piece and they are described as a weightless, long-lasting liquid blush that blends and builds beautifully for a soft, healthy flush. The shades that I have are Bliss, which is described as a matte nude pink, and then Joy, a dewy muted peach. I can't. They're so big. Okay, these are the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer Highlights, retailing for $22 a piece. And these are described as a silky second skin liquid highlighter that creates a lasting, soft, and luminous finish. I have Enlighten, described as a champagne, Outshine, True Gold, Enchant, a soft pink, and then Mesmerize, a rose bronze, which is Selena's go-to shade. The Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Liner. This retails for $19 and the description reads, a long-wearing, waterproof matte liquid eyeliner formulated with ultra black pigments for dramatic definition every time. 3 of the With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balms, $16 each. A hydrating, nourishing balm that adds a hint of just sun-kissed color with a natural dewy finish. I grabbed the shade Blessed, described as a bright coral, Praise, muted peach, and Thankful, a nude mauve. I also got 3 of the Lip Souffle Matte Cream Lipsticks, which are $20 each. Courage, a nude mauve, Brave, muted terracotta, and Inspire Bright Red, which is also Selena's go-to shade. And then lastly, I grabbed the sponge, also known as the Liquid Touch Multitasking Makeup Sponge, and it's $14. That is everything. Now let's go ahead and get into this full face. Before I go in with the foundation, first let me tell you, I do have 2 primers on, but they are only on my pores, not on the perimeter of my face. I wear these 2 daily. It's the MAC Skin Refine Zone and Milk Makeup Blur Stick, just on my pores. And I'm also going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury corrector in shade number 2 because I don't know if you guys can see, Yeah, someone needs to put me in a bubble. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but I can see it. And my nose is bruised, and I want to kind of cover that up. So I'm just going to tap this right on over that. And I think I might put some just like on the inner corner of my eyes. And I have obviously done my eyes. I knew I wouldn't be able to use the liner like on camera. It's just too difficult with my hand. So I just went ahead and did that, and I definitely have some thoughts. I will share those with you, obviously. But yeah, there's no way that was going to happen on camera. Okay, I think I successfully covered at least what I want to be covered, or at least kind of neutralize it a little bit. Now for the foundation, this is called the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation, and I have the shade 210N. I don't know if this is going to be the right color or not. I'm losing my tan pretty quickly, and I probably got the wrong shade, but we'll see what happens. So this is a large doe foot applicator. I'm going to go and just kind of swipe this on. This could work. This could work. We'll see. I don't smell anything. Nope, not smelling anything. So that's good for anybody who doesn't like fragrance. And I've got this sponge right here, and I've already gotten it wet. And I'm going to start on this side of my face. I will say I love the shape of this sponge. My only downside really is it's very textured, and I'm not a big fan of that. Let's see. Foundation is blending out well. I really love the point though, but it's very, very textured. Definitely a light coverage foundation. Oh, I can really feel the texture over my lips, or the top of my lip. And I actually feel like it's leaving a little bit of texture on my skin. And I don't think that's the foundation. I really think it's the sponge. This doesn't feel good. I'm going to go in with my usual sponge and see if I can make this just a little bit smoother. This is the Sonia Kashuk sponge. Oh, I love this sponge. It's so much better. But I really, really like the shape of the one that she created. For the concealer, I got the same shade, 210N. Ooh, this is a strange doe foot. It's like, it's got like a little angle on it. I guess that makes it easy to get right up in this corner. This is definitely lighter than the foundation. I'm going to use this sponge to apply it, or blend it in. Now I do have the Blot and Glow touch-up kit, however, I'm going to use that for the rest of my face, and I'm going to use my usual powder for underneath my eyes, the BECCA Under Eye Brightening Powder. And this is a Royal Inlay Nickel Omnia BOM 44 large crease brush. Just tapping that in. Now for the Blot and Glow touch-up powder. I love the case that this comes in, and it's easy to open. Inside you have a pretty mirror, so this is going to be really great for traveling. And then we have Blot and Glow blotting sheets. There's 100, and then, oh, okay. I thought there was going to be powder in here. I don't know. Okay, there's no powder. Hold on, let me get online. Never mind. I just looked at the actual little box here, and it says it's a refillable compact containing oil absorbing sheets and a radiant infused powder puff. for easy touch-ups on the go. Okay, let's see. I really don't see powder in here. I don't see anything coming out either. I don't know about this. Is it doing anything? I'm telling you, I don't think there's any powder in here. There it goes. Hold on. Okay, I think I got it. See. Okay, now there's powder coming out. So I think you just kind of have to mess with it a little bit. Ooh. This is what happens when you don't actually read about the product beforehand. All I did was look at the ingredients. I was like, is there any Z maize or cornstarch? And it said no, so I just added it to my cart. Read the description. Learn from me. Now I'm going to go in with my bronzer. There's no bronzer in the line, or I would have used it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade number 2. I'm just going to quickly put this on and speed through it because you guys know what this is. The Soft Pinch liquid blushes that she came out with comes in 2 different formulas, Dewy and Matte. The matte one that I grabbed is the shade Bliss, and then the dewy one I got is in the shade Joy. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them both. I know that I want to try out the matte one. We're going to see how that goes. I might try this one, but I'm not completely sure yet. So let's just start off with this. And let me just say, all these components are gorgeous. I really like just everything just looks so pretty. I'm not going to take this and go directly onto my skin. I'm going to take it, put it on my dish, and then pick it up with my sponge. I'm going to try out this sponge again. I'm going to use the bottom of it and just kind of work it into the sponge. Taking it and I'm taking the excess on the edge of my dish. Hopefully this does not go wrong. And now I'm going to start on the apples of my cheek. Oh, this is pretty. And I'm going to work backward. I think that's really pretty. Very natural. I mean, that seems to be the whole theme with the line. This is gorgeous. I really don't know if I want to go in with the other color. What to do? What to do? I think this is so pretty. Maybe I can take the other color and just go a little bit further back on my cheekbones. But this is so pretty. It's so pretty. This is something that as long as it doesn't break me out, which I don't think there's any ingredients in it that would, but this is pretty. I really like this. This is like the first thing I'm super excited about. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna risk it. We're gonna go in with Joy. Okay, I tried to pick up very, very little. Okay, so this isn't bad, not bad. Ooh, ooh. Switch cheeks. Okay, we're gonna use the side. Kind of blend that out. Now for the Luminizers. I couldn't decide on a color, so I got 4. Not too many, right? I don't know what shades I want to use. I kind of want to try out this gold one, which is called Outshine. I was not expecting this size. Like, these things are ginormous. How much is in here? 0.5 fluid ounces, which is a half of a regular size foundation, 15 mils. Yeah, I can't imagine myself using this much, but hey. I again applied that to my dish. Grabbed my mini cheek and then kind of worked it into the brush. And now I am going to just press this on. Very, very natural. Very natural. Oh, got too much. I wiped off the excess on my hand. Okay, but it blends out easily, so it doesn't like dry down really quickly. Kind of just building up just a little bit. Take some on my forehead. I'm using stamping motions, not like sweeping motions. I'm gonna have to get up close to a mirror to see if this has disturbed anything underneath, because I can't see this far away. No lifting, but I am gonna take my finger and go right around the edge just because there's a little bit of a line. And I might go back in with my sponge and just kind of merge the highlight and the blush together. So there's just a little bit of a line. I'm not a huge fan of. Blend, blend, blend. For my nose, I feel like if I go in with that like whiter shade or the gold, it's gonna intensify or bring out the bruising on my nose. So I wanna go in with one of the pink shades. Mesmerize, I'm gonna do a little swatch of this. Oh, that's really pretty. And then, there it is right there. Yeah, I got some blush on my hand. This one is in the shade Enchant. Let's do it right there. I'm gonna go with Enchant just because I don't want it to be too dark on my nose. I worked it onto my sponge just to see a different application. I'm gonna put some on my forehead. Some more. Bottom of the sponge to blend out. And a mirror to check to see if anything lifted. And nope, we're good. So here's the finished look for the skin. I do buff though. I would use the powder to buff, but it's in a little puff, so that's just not an option for me. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite buffing powder. 01 IRISEE from SISLEY and the face one from Sonia G. I'm gonna tap this around. I don't wanna have too much because I don't wanna take away from like the skin-like look, but your girl's got a buff. I've got a buff. I just feel like this really helps everything to merge together. Oh, I really like it now. This isn't something that I feel like I would do every day, but for an effortless look, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I feel like my skin looks really soft and ethereal. I do like it better with the powder on top, but to be fair, I like everything with this powder on top. I have 3 of the lip balms, specifically the With Gratitude Dewy lip balms. Now I'm not going to put all of these on, but I do want to try just at least one of them out. It's flat on one side, rounded on this side. Can you guys see? It's so cool. And let's see. It's not magnetic, not magnetic. I was kind of curious about that. All right, let me swatch these. I do this one. Ooh, well, it has a lot of color to it. This is Thankful. Then we have the shade Praise. That is pretty. I feel like that would really go with this look. And then Blessed. Okay, it's between these two. I feel like I would just absolutely, this is like my go-to. I'm just gonna go with it because that's what I'm leaning toward. Ooh, this is very, very, very nice feeling. Very lightweight. It feels completely different when I swatched it than it does on my lips. Like it feels nice and creamy when I swatched it, but it feels a little lighter on the lips. There it is. Love the color. I kind of figured I would, but now I want to go in with the signature red from Selena Gomez. This is one of the Lip Souffle Matte Lip Creams, and the shade I am putting on is tiny. It's Inspire. And I'm going to do this off camera because this is red, and I don't want to mess it up. And there you have it. This is the finished Rare Beauty look. I gotta tell you, this color is everything. I love it so much. But before I get into the formula and my thoughts on that, I'm gonna go through each of the products and just give you guys my first impression thoughts. I will leave in the description box how this lasts on my skin. So if you're curious about it, just look down there somewhere. I will make sure to leave it there. All right, first I want to talk about the liner because that is something that you guys did not get to see. This is called the Perfect Strokes Eyeliner Liquid Matte. And again, packaging, that is something I can say about the entire line. Packaging is absolutely beautiful. I love how simple yet like elegant and just a little different. I don't know. It's just so beautiful. And this liner is gorgeous. It looks like a pen that you would write with. It is so pretty. And then it has like this gold top, just aesthetically so pleasing to the eye. Now this is beautiful. It's definitely a matte finish. And hold on, let me get the top off. I had a little bit of difficulty with this earlier. Got it much better this time. It's not a felt tip. It is an actual brush. And it applied very nicely. All I did was put on my primer. I added a matte shadow over top. I put a little bit of bronzer in my crease, called it a day, and then went in with this. There's just one bad thing. The good thing is that, okay, see, this is one bad thing. It starts to kind of dry up. So you have to go in, let me shake it up. This has only been used today. I have not used it any time prior to today. Oh my goodness, it is not, come on now. Okay, so this isn't good. This isn't good. I don't know what is going on. And it started to do this towards the end of like me trying to flick out my wing. I noticed that it was dragging a little bit. And I also noticed that the very tip of it had kind of lost its shape. When I first got it and opened it, it was more wet and it had this beautiful tip on it. And I'm going to insert this picture. This was right after I applied my liner. So not just now, because now it's a little bit worse because I was a little bit aggressive with it. The tip of it does this weird thing where it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not shaped right anymore. And I was having difficulty getting the actual tip of my wing to apply. So I went in and I added this. This is from Rimmel. It's the Scandalized Precision Micro Eyeliner. This one is not matte, but it is very pigmented. Let me show you right here. See that? And very, very, very fine. This one is a felt tip. So I had to go and create that tip because of the end of this one messing up. So this isn't something that I would suggest. I love that it's matte. I love the packaging on it, but I mean, you see this is not okay. But something that is really good about it is it's very, very budge proof. I had forgotten that I had used it on my hand to try to get it to kind of, you know, start applying again on my eye. And it was hard to get off. Now let me put the top back on this and I am going to show you what happens whenever I try to remove it. And I'm just going to take this little Chanel just like puff right here. And I can't rub very hard with this hand, so I'm just going to, see, it doesn't move. It's very, very budge proof. Let me try to, I'm going to go really hard on my pants because I know I'm not putting a lot of pressure with this hand. I'm going really, 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 really hard. Oh, okay, so it came off a little bit more, but you can see it's still there. So it takes some effort for this to move, but I can't suggest it just because it's like I've used it one time and it's already going to give me problems. I know that if I were to try and use that liner again, it's not going to be as wet as the first time. It's not going to glide on as easily. And then the issues with the tip. So while it is beautiful, while I love that it is matte, it needs some improvement. For the foundation, I thought the color was going to be a problem, but it ended up not being. I think that everything looks really nice. If you are a full coverage lover or even a medium coverage lover, this is not going to be for you. I'm not particularly into this sheer of a foundation, and I wouldn't say it's like a light medium, and it's barely a light medium. It's a pretty light finish foundation. That's not something that I typically go for, but I'm kind of changing things up a little bit. So I can see myself grabbing for this as long as it wears well. I don't think this is going to be something that I wear on camera a lot because I really like for my skin to be perfected on camera, but this finished look is really, really nice. So I'm going to have to just like update you guys not only on how long it wears, but also if I keep grabbing for it. That's the true test to see if I like it enough to keep grabbing for it. It's very lightweight. I didn't feel like it's emphasizing my pores or anything like that. I think this would be really great for people with dry skin, combo skin, but I don't see this really controlling oil or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Concealer, also beautiful. I would say it has a light coverage. It's truly just a light coverage. You have to consider the fact that I did put a corrector on. I like the color of this. I like the way it looks. I feel like it just looks very natural. The whole line just looks very natural. If you're looking for something that's going to be lightweight, this is something that I would consider. If you're trying to find something that's just not going to make it look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, but look nice and seamless. Like my under eyes don't look dry or anything. And sometimes with something that's thinner like this, I can look a little bit crepey, and that is not happening. Now the powder and the blotting sheets, these confuse me a little bit just because I didn't read the description. Now I am very curious to see about these sheets. So I'm gonna take them out really quickly, or not really quickly, because yeah, I'm a little slower right now. Come out. Okay, let me see what this looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. And before I get into this, I have to say that you kind of have to get the powder worked out of this before you go on to the skin. Otherwise, you're going to be like, what is this? It just feels like a regular powder puff. But after I messed with it a little bit, you could see that the powder did start coming out. And I like this for something that I could take into my purse. And I'm not going to end up with powder everywhere. Like I can take this out right now and put my sheet down. And you can see there's a little plastic thing in here, but there's not even powder in this. That is so nice for on the go, and the compact is beautiful. Now let's see this little sheet here. Does it have any? Okay, I don't see anything on it. I think my hand might have a little bit of radiance to it. Yeah, I can see a little bit of radiance there, but let's see what happens like this. Because I get oily on my T-zone. I don't see anything coming off, but you know, I haven't had my foundation on that long. Well, can you see that? I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. I do have a little bit of oil right there. It was right up against my nose. Yeah, okay. So I would say this is kind of like a traditional blot sheet. I don't know if you would actually get any extra radiance just because I had to kind of like this on my hand to get that kind of reflection. But yeah, this is something that I can put in my purse, and I will use this, especially seeing as there's no cornstarch CMAs. That makes me very, very happy. Liquid blushes, beautiful. These blended out very effortlessly. They didn't move around my foundation. Be careful with this one. It has some pigmentation to it. Like, hold on. I want to see what happens if I just take this on my hand. It's darker, which is nice because that means it's going to work on more than just a fair complexion. Let me just blend this out really quickly. Look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty, and it's dewy, and it's not shimmery. It's just very skin-like. And again, a lot of pigmentation. I think I'm going to reach for the matte one just a little bit more because again, I am combo, and this area is where my area of concern is, but I do like the way that this shade looks paired back here, but I did have to, you know, simmer it down just a little bit. The sponge, this is not for me, and I can tell you that up close, The other sponge that I used, the Sonia Kashuk sponge, it applied the foundation and made it look much smoother, where this one really did add a little bit of texture because it's so porous. I don't know. I love the shape of it. If it was a bit smoother and it had this shape, I would love it because I love the bottom, how it's rounded. I love that the sides are all flat. And then this diamond shape up top to blend out concealer, to get right on the inner corner and to set things. It's an amazing shape, but it needs to be a different type of texture. So I wouldn't suggest this. I would really like to see them redo this. I really would, because this is something that I would purchase because of the shape. The biggest luminizers I've ever seen. They're just so big. They are so big. Hold on, let me put it right up against the foundation. So this is the foundation and this is the luminizer. It's so big. And then the concealer. This is it's so funny to me. I don't know. I just wasn't expecting them to be this large. I like the shades that I got. I will use these, and I like that I was able to use them with a brush. I was gonna be safe and use a sponge, but I was like, I wanna see what happens when I use that brush, and it applied it so beautifully. I did have to go back and blend out a little bit of a line, but it did it effortlessly, so I'm not mad at it. These are things that I will use. I don't know how often I will use them. Again, I'm just gonna have to update you. They're not super intense, so this is not for somebody who wants a really bright luminizer, but it's not emphasizing texture. I mean, all highlighters emphasize some texture, but I mean, it's not giving me like that, I don't know, texture kind of look. It's very glow from within. I'm really happy with them. I know I'm not gonna go through these. They're just, there's a lot of product. There's a lot of products here. The lip balms, obviously I didn't try all of these on, but I do like the shades that I got, and they feel very nice on the lips. They're very lightweight. I was expecting, just by the swatches on my hand, for them to be a little bit thicker, not thick, but more like the Fenty ones, like the Dior Stellar Lip Shine or whatever. These are a little bit thinner. Good pigmentation to them, so it's actually going to add color to the lip, but they aren't super thick. They are very, very comfortable, very hydrating feeling. These are something that I probably will more likely wear with an actual lip liner, just to have a little bit more of that added definition. But first impression, they feel very nice on the lips. The last product is the Lip Souffles. This is what I have on my lips right now. This color, again, you already know, I'm so happy with this color. It is so pretty. I love reds. I love orangey reds. I love blue tone reds. I love all reds. I'm just like here for it. I just love like this winged liner, and then this lip is beautiful. These feel great. Now, as I have worn it, and it's only been on for like 20 minutes, it's not as moussey as when I first applied it. So if you're familiar with the recent MAC Powder Kiss liquid lip color, those stay just a little bit more moussey for longer. This feels like if you put one of those on and then blotted it off, but it doesn't feel drying. Like, I'm not feeling like when I move my lips or smile that I'm gonna have creasing or cracking or anything like that. They do dry down, but not fully. So let me see my hand. You see, I've got a little bit there, and I think throughout the day, it's probably going to get just a little bit more dry than what they are right now, than what it is right now. It's like I have like 3 of them on and I don't. But I think that this is a nice formula, and I think that it would be even better with a lip primer underneath. So far, I'm happy with it. If they dry out my lips though, I will let you know, because I won't be happy if that happens. Right now, I like it. It feels very lightweight, and it just doesn't feel dry. I feel like I can move my lips, and I just don't have that feeling of just like my lips are cracking. I can't stand that feeling. Overall, I'm happy with this. This isn't my typical kind of look. I usually wear a medium coverage foundation, but I don't know. There's just something about this. This is very fresh, and I like it. I don't know if it's going to be my go-to. I can't tell you that right now. but I can tell you that I just feel very fresh right now. And there's some misses, but overall, I'm happy with what I purchased. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below, like you guys don't know where it's at. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.